The world had just witnessed something new, a superhero movie that felt different, real, grounded, human. But what most people didn't realize was that Marvel wasn't trying to make just one movie. They were building something far bigger, a connected universe. Something cinema had never truly attempted before. And the next step in that plan arrived only 5 weeks later. June 13th, 2008. A second film, a different hero, a darker story. The Incredible Hulk. But this character already had a complicated history. Back in 2003, Universal released Hulk, directed by Ang Lee. It was a bold and experimental film, but audiences were divided. The movie made money, yet it didn't feel like the superhero blockbuster Marvel wanted. So when Marvel Studios started building its new universe, they made a difficult decision. They wouldn't continue the old story. They would restart the character completely. A new Hulk, a new tone, a new beginning. This time, the story focused on Bruce Banner on the run, a scientist cursed with an uncontrollable power. Every time his heart rate rises, every time anger takes over, he transforms into a monster of unstoppable strength. Instead of a traditional origin story, the film began after the accident had already happened. Banner was hiding in Brazil, working in a small soda factory, trying to stay calm, trying to stay invisible, trying to control the beast inside him. But the U.S. military had never stopped searching. General Thaddeus Thunderbolt Ross wanted to capture Banner and turn the Hulk into the ultimate weapon. And so the chase began. Across cities, across continents, with destruction following every transformation. This time, Bruce Banner was played by Edward Norton, an actor known for intense, emotional performances. He didn't just want to act in the film. He wanted to help rewrite the script. He wanted Bruce Banner to feel like a tragic character, a man constantly fighting himself, a hero who feared becoming the monster. The film introduced new faces that would later become important to the MCU. Betty Ross, Samuel Stearns, and a mysterious soldier named Emil Blonsky. Blonsky was a decorated fighter, but he became obsessed with power. He wanted the Hulk's strength for himself, and that obsession turned him into something even worse, the Abomination. The final battle between Hulk and Abomination was one of the biggest action sequences Marvel had attempted at the time. Buildings collapsing, cars flying, two unstoppable forces tearing through the city. The movie didn't reach the same box office heights as Iron Man, but it still played a critical role, because Marvel was slowly placing pieces on a chessboard. And then, something surprising happened. Near the end of the film, a familiar face appeared in a bar. Tony Stark, Robert Downey Jr. He approached General Ross and delivered a simple message. They're putting a team together. For the first time, two different superhero movies were officially connected. This wasn't coincidence. This was a plan. The beginning of something revolutionary. Kevin Feige's vision was becoming clearer. Each film would introduce a hero. Each story would stand on its own. But together, they would slowly build towards something larger. And the next piece of that puzzle would come from a character far more powerful than Iron Man or the Hulk. A god from another realm, with a hammer that only the worthy could lift. Thor. But before audiences would meet the God of Thunder, Marvel needed to introduce another hero, a man without superpowers, a man defined not by strength, but by character, a soldier, a symbol, a hero born during World War II. His name was Steve Rogers, and the world would soon know him as Captain America. But before that story could begin, Marvel had one more challenge. They needed to prove that their universe wasn't just a lucky success. They needed another hit. And the next film would show whether Iron Man's success was a miracle or the start of a new era.